in the middle of the ocean, on a small inflatable dinghy, bobbing along. You don't know which ocean you're in. It doesn't matter, because you've been here long enough to know that when it comes down to it, all oceans are just massive puddles of death with no end. At least, if you are where you are. Which is in the middle of one. You have been here days. There is nothing here except the salty stench of impending doom. But hey, that hasn't stopped you partaking in a variety of fun activities to keep yourself occupied. Here are some of the things you do while waiting for death. 1, you finally lose weight. This is because you're not eating, because there is no food. And this is the best shape you have ever been in your life. 2, you scream for help. It doesn't do anything. There is no one else here in the middle of the ocean, but it makes you feel better. It's cathartic. Like screaming into a pillow, except the pillow is very wet and full of sharks. 3, you get a tan. There is no shade out here in the ocean, so you're going really brown. You wonder if the lack of sun protection means you might get melanoma, and then you laugh. Because even if you did have cancer, that's definitely not how you're going to die out. 4, you drink the seawater. This is because you're curious and so very, very thirsty. You drink a handful of seawater, even though you know it's a dumb idea. Fuck! And once you've done it, you realize just how dumb you are. Not just in this situation, but as a person, and you have this horrible taste in your mouth, and there is nothing to wash your mouth out with except more seawater. Didn't think of that, did you? No, because you're dumb. You make poor life decisions, and you're an idiot. Do better next time. 5, you try to eat a plastic bag. You see a plastic bag bombing along alongside you, and you try and eat the bag because you're hungry, and hey, if it's good enough for the sea turtles, it's good enough for you. Turns out, it isn't great for the either of you, and you vomit it up off the side of your dinghy. 6, you try to enjoy the view. This is difficult because that patch of vomit you've spewed into the ocean is still there, floating along beside you. It seems particularly unfair because it has the entire ocean to go floating, besides to stay here and follow you. That sounds like some kind of metaphor for your life that you are not smart enough or interesting enough to piece together. 7, you begin to starve. Your ribs are showing and you're vaguely aware that you are dying. This is still the best shape you've ever been in your life. 8, you begin to think about your shortcomings. Everything you have ever done. Every regret that still lingers close to the foreground of your memory because you are acutely aware that even out in the middle of the ocean with no one around, you are still you. This is the worst thing in the world. 9, you scream for help. For real this time. Help! Somebody put me on the toilet! It still doesn't do anything. Number 10, you try to befriend the floating vomit bag. However, when you reach out to it, it dissipates, and a sea turtle snatches the undigested bag from the surface and swallows it. This makes you sad. Even alone adrift in the ocean, you are still a bad person. Number 11. You don't come to terms with anything. This is not television. You're not a psychologist. You are not Tom Hanks. You have no football to befriend. You are in the middle of the ocean, and you are going to die out here, and it doesn't really mean anything except this is where you are. Which is nice. You can't be a bad person anymore because that doesn't matter. Nothing matters. And it's oddly perfect.